Welcome to Milo's Mods, ladies and gentlemen. So yes, I'm finally back. My wrist feels a lot better. Um, so what we have here is this is a scope. Okay, I picked this scope off of Amazon on Cyber Monday. I paid $30 for it. The price is now increased to $40. Okay, so what this is a 4 to 30 magnification sight. Okay, it's designed for hunting like game, like birds or whatever. It's mainly designed for 22s. This one here has a couple of very nice features to it. One, it's got dust covers. Okay, now you're going to say, well, how is that a feature? You got to flip it up. Yeah, you certainly do. But like when I was taught to shoot, the last thing you wanted to do was you wanted to expose your position. Okay, so therefore you wouldn't raise your dust covers until you were ready to shoot. Reason being is it reflects the light. Okay, now this scope here also has a slight elevation to it. Okay, so like if you're shooting with it, and it took me about 100 shots to dial this blaster in with the scope on it, and out of that 100 shots, keep in mind I was using 1.3 gram saber heavy darts. Okay, like these guys here. Okay, now I was shooting at a window of a church. Yeah, you can go ahead and make fun of me now, but in my own defense, the church is no longer in business. They outgrew their building, so they went to another location. They sold the building, so it's basically a vacant building now, lack of better terms. Don't ask me why, but it's whatever. But I was shooting at a very small window of a church, about the size of a sheet of notebook paper, maybe a little bit bigger. And that's about 160 feet away from me. I was hitting that every time after I got this thing dialed in. If you want more accurate shots, you're going to have to use some sort of optic. I used to use iron sights forever. Okay, I'm used to using iron sights. A lot of times on some blasters, I still prefer the iron sights. But on certain blasters like this one here, like a sniper blaster, you want a very nice optic. Because to snipe, it means that you're going to pick up one target, drop him, and then move to the next, and move to the next, move to the next. Now, some people say, well, a sniper just sits in one spot. If you do, you die. That's why usually a sniper will shoot somebody in one location, and he'll move to another, then take out another target. That's how it is. But with this scope here, it made this blaster extremely accurate. I'm not kidding you. I mean, it was just amazing to me. And when you dial in a rifle or a blaster even, you're going to go through a whole lot of ammo to test out. I suggest if you decide to buy like a new optic or whatever, because they're not dialed in out of the box per blaster, you have to do that yourself. The way that you do it is here and here. These are adjustment knobs, okay? That's the easiest way to do it. One is for elevation, and one is for horizontal reference. Vertical and horizontal reference, okay? It's very easy to do. It just takes time and practice. I cannot personally teach you how to dial in a sight. Because every sight is different and every blaster is different, and the way mine are set up will be vastly different than yours. You see what I mean? But something like this, though, is definitely something you would want on a blaster like this. The reason being is you'll get more accurate shots. You'll get better tags. And if you're running the heavy darts like I do in this blaster, there's not a place that anybody can hide from you before you tag them out. But I mean, this sight here is just fabulous. And it's just probably one of the best sights I've ever used designed for Picatinny. It's a great. It's really really great. I mean, when I was using this site and dialing it in, after I had it dialed in, this blaster got so accurate, it was almost scary. My son was like, "You're not using that in a game next year." I looked at my and I was like hell, I'm not. Of course I am. I mean, it definitely is probably one of the better optics I've used, and Trigicon sites. I've used all kinds of different sites. I've even used night vision sites, or as they would call them, starlight scopes. I've used a starlight scope back in the day, but for like a Nerf blaster, or even if you're out hunting small game or whatever, something like this would definitely be worth it. Now, I paid $30 for this thing on Amazon on Cyber Monday. Okay. Now, here's the bummer. The price has increased, but it hasn't increased that much. This thing now is $40. But for $40, it's probably going to be one of the better sites you own, especially for the money. And I know people that have sights on their blasters or scopes on their blasters that are $200, $300, $400. Yeah, I'm not kidding you. But for $40, this site is definitely in the competition for a very nice site. It definitely does the job. And yes, I just love shooting this blaster. I really do. But in any event, ladies and gentlemen, I'll put a buy link in the description below. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and to subscribe. And until next time, this is Mahler's Mods signing off.